Yo, 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 what's good? What's good? It's your boy Senior V, and it's the Men of Melanin.
What's good? This your boy Cash.
You know what I'm saying?
What's good? It's your boy Jeremiah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So today we have definitely a good topic. We got the battle of the sexes for sure. But before we get into that topic, my boy Cash got a pregame he like to throw at us.
Well, I would think we introduce our guest first.
You right.
My name is Liz.
Okay, I'm Kiana. Hi.
We appreciate y'all for coming on. Appreciate y'all
Thanks
for
for
coming
having
on. I
us.
appreciate you, sir.
No, it's all good.
I appreciate you, sir. Go ahead and
Men
call
and
that
Melon
play.
got to be gentlemen. So,
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and call
we
that
got
play,
the
man.
pregame topic. So I'm gonna ask you, ladies and gentlemen, this question: what's a controversial opinion about the opposite sex? We're gonna start with the ladies first.
Of course, we have to be gentlemen.
You want to go first?
Okay, don't take this the wrong way, but
You don't have to. Just, hey,
okay.
don't hold back nothing.
All right, so my controversial opinion that I have is the fact that there are some men out here that think they're the prize, and I think that's delusional. Like, it's delusion. Their delusion is coming out. And the reason why I say that is because I don't think, okay, when I say that a woman is the prize, I'm not trying to say that there's like some type of hierarchy. Like, I'm not placing a woman above a man when I say that, because I feel like some people think that when they initiate that the woman is the prize. But in my opinion, I just feel that women are natural like nurturers and like lovers, and anything you give a woman, she can make 10 times better. So,
I definitely want to say, you're right about one thing, not at all. Women are definitely nurturers for sure. Um, but can I ask you, what makes a prize?
I feel like um the woman being the prize is like,
No, I'm just
so
saying
you're asking like
in
what's the
general.
prize?
What's a prize?
Okay, I just feel like it's the person that well,
No, 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 no. Like, not you don't have to be like specific definition, but like, what is a prize? I'm asking. Like, what do y'all think is a prize?
I feel like it's something that's highly valued and something that is like that you desire to have.
Right, right. So,
And I'm not saying that men can't be the prize,
mhm.
but at the same time, I just feel like it's given sassy if you feel like you're the prize
Right,
I
versus
kind of agree now with
right.
social media,
Mhm.
how it comes off as if women are supposed to chase the man.
yes,
Because a man that finds a wife finds a good thing. So
yeah,
we
I like it.
are supposed to be the ones, I feel like we're supposed to place ourselves in position to be the prize.
I was just about to piggyback off of that because I feel like men who say that probably have been around or dealing with women, and it doesn't even have to be the women they encounter, but maybe it's just what they see. You have women who are not valuing themselves. They're not high value women. They might walk around and claim like they are. But as far as their actions and how they present themselves to men, even on the dating scene, like you coming outside looking like this, you say you don't want attention, but what are you really dressing like that for? So I feel like men who say that, maybe they're just not used to having real, true high value women. So they feel like I'm the prize because this is all I got to pick from, based off of like how social media has been and how women like have really been like going crazy, because I do see a lot of women like going crazy just as far as like the way they carry themselves, how they dress. So I can understand why a man will feel like they are the prize compared to those type of women. But when you really get around high value women, you start to realize, okay, yeah, I need a woman who's gonna help me become a better person. I need a woman who's gonna feed into me. When you get around those type of women, then you really see, okay, yeah, that's what I want. That's what I desired. So I guess that kind of ties into my definition of like the prize, something that it's like a something you really want to attain, like something that's like you just got motivation to go for, like that.
So to answer my own question, I definitely think like a prize is something that's very valued, and it's not many of them.
Mhm.
So I would definitely say there's more women in the world than men. Do
For
you
sure.
agree? So if something is, if there's a lot of it, and most men can have it, how will it be a prize if it's like everybody got one?
Yes, but at the same time, if a man is specifically looking for a woman who's not like who hasn't been like with everybody or
Hmm.
they're carrying themselves a certain way, I feel like I don't know. It's different types of women. Like you have women who like they just kind of go with the flow. They just feel into the societal norms. That's just how they carry themselves. But then you have women who stand out from that. And that's what I mean by the prize. That woman I'm talking about, that's the prize. That's a virtuous woman, a God fearing woman, a high power woman, like somebody who they head on their shoulders, they know where they going, they got goals for themselves. These are typically the women that men are kind of like they don't feel threatened by, but like they feel like I got to step my game up for her. That's the type of woman I'm talking about. Is the prize. I'm not talking about the woman that's running around here going off of social media. You want to post stuff to make people feel some type of way, like you want attention for yourself, but you're trying to make it look like it's something else. I'm talking about that type of woman. The
But
woman that everybody looking up to, like, okay, yeah.
what you
No, I feel like yeah, you're completely correct. Like you said, you laid out how a high value woman is, but when you kind of just laid it, you put the ratio of the men and women. Okay, you take out all the women that's
Yeah,
not
take
on
out
their
the trash
purpose.
ones.
All the trash is still a plethora of women that it's still a plethora of women compared to men. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, like
it's
it's
hard
still
it's hard to
a
be a
number to
prize
choose
when
from.
there's a lot of it. Just like if there was like for example, if we all had let's say we all had a Corvette, right? It wouldn't see no value if we all got one. But if only one person had one, it would definitely seem like okay, he's the only person that has a he or she's the only person that has like a Corvette. So it seems like a value. But if you see everybody on the street driving around with a Corvette, would it really be valuable as everybody see it?
You got a point.
I know.
Not that I know.
But I also believe women, like most women, I'm gonna just say most, because there's some cuckoo nuts out there. Most women carry the value of being nurturing, being the one, like you said, multiply, to give you something multiply 10 times better. I think that's something that a man may have to bring out of a woman, but I think that's like
You
kind
like
of just
a prerequisite?
huh?
You think it's like a prerequisite?
Hey, sometimes, hey, I mean, you take the right dude, but I feel like that's just like something
You
that
should have. You know,
most women,
should
I'm gonna just
have.
say
It
most.
should be
Should.
natural.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
like natural. So I mean, when a man's looking for a mate, I mean, he's not really. I mean, yeah, goals and career and everything is good, but that's not the reason why he picked you as a I'll say a high value man,
But we have to
however we
be
want to put it.
realistic though. It's 2024. It would be very, very rare to find a woman that is a virgin. To be honest with you, very, very rare. I'm not saying they're not out here.
I mean,
It's
But
very,
that's
very.
that's dead
but
though.
that, yeah, that's
It's
Yeah, that's
dead.
you're
dead,
But
too
bro.
old to be worrying about.
Yeah,
I was just
You're
about
You're
to
too
say
old for
that
that.
no
Hold
man
on.
should be asking me my body count. Don't ask me my body count. Don't ask me nothing about who I deal with in the past. We need to be talking about us.
Okay, so if that's the case, you no man can ask you about your past. That's fair. That's I get it, but you can't ask about his future.
I don't think she means like you can't ask about my past, but like as far as getting into the detail of like how many people, like all of that, I
Yeah.
feel like
Okay, so don't worry about what I got going for
I'm
myself in
different
the
though,
future.
because I'm not gonna lie, I want to know everything. So whatever you want to know, I'll tell you. What's up?
I'm just saying, let's talk about us. If the leave the past in the past, let's talk about now and what's present. And when a guy is finding a mate, like you said, having a career and everything is cool. But how I view it is whenever a guy decides to marry a woman or settle down with her, he's going to see if she fits into his lifestyle.
Right.
Vice versa too, with like she was saying, a high valuable woman. Can you provide the lifestyle that I need?
Mm.
Can
But
you add value to my
but
life?
you but
Can
you
you add
Because I
you
know
have
value?
I'm
to
doing that.
you have to really think about that though. So like you don't want no in the situation you're in, you don't want them to worry about your past. But let me ask you a question: if a man knew about a woman's past 5 years ago and she was just passed around and stuff like that, it's not gonna happen.
But then let's talk about now because 5 years ago
Mhm.
you are a different person 5 years ago.
It doesn't matter. So
I'm,
I'm gonna
But
ask
I
you this. I'm gonna ask you say why it matters that 5 years ago is important because if you knew you were talking to a guy, right, you really liked him, but you knew in 10 years he was gonna be a bum, would you still be with him?
No.
Oh.
But that's why you vet people in forecasts. That's why you
Mm.
vet
So
to
you're taking a
see.
gamble.
No, what when I say don't ask me about my past, I mean you can ask me about my past, but as far as who you slept with, body count, negative.
So you don't think a woman's past matters?
I do.
It
I
does
appreciate that answer.
because your past does shape you into
I
the
guess it's
person
more
who
like
you are in the
don't
present.
judge me off of that.
Huh?
Basically. Well,
Yeah.
for me, I will tell you anything you want to know because I want to know everything. I'm the type of person like if even if you just trying to date me, I need to know if you've been with anybody that's in my circle, like if you've been around, like even if I just know them, like and I know like what y'all like the history y'all had, don't come over here this way because I don't want to entertain nothing that anybody has had access to because that's just how I am. So knowing I don't want to do that, I'm gonna give you the opportunity to know that too. So if you got somebody in your circle that you was talking to that I didn't had a thing with in the past, I'm gonna let you know that too. But that's pretty much off the table because I'm not gonna talk to you if that's the case.
You think we shouldn't judge
Yeah, you shouldn't judge. I mean, like you
based
gonna
off
have
their
your
past?
opinion and your preference,
Mm-hmm.
but then that means that I'm not for you. So don't try to force it.
So if I was a killer 5 years ago, would you talk to me?
Okay, that's different.
Why?
If we talking about the realm of like sexual relations with other people and like your encounters with people from the past, that's different from a psychotic killer now.
It doesn't matter. That was my past. I'm a different person now.
Okay, but okay, if you talking about you a killer and you've confided me and tell me that, thanks for sharing. I'm not gonna say that in the moment because you might try to get me, but I'm definitely gonna cut you off.
I'm not saying don't ask me about my past. I'm just saying we're grown. Don't ask me about nobody count. Don't ask me.
Okay,
I mean, but the thing is, like, let's say a man is born and a woman is born. A woman is born with their value. Their value has to be preserved throughout their lifetime. As a man, we are born with nothing.
Yeah.
We are
zero.
born with nothing. We have to build. We have to get credentials, achievements,
For y'all to
accolades,
even look at us.
for be even looked at. You know what I'm saying? So as a woman, you go through all life, and that value has been, chipped off by, Derek and Tyrone and Ben.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
as a while, I mean, there's nothing left. And then what? So I'm not supposed to judge you off your past. You like, I mean, come on now.
I mean, I'm not gonna judge you. I might feel some type of way, but that's gonna be communicated. I might say, okay, like, yeah, I don't like that, but I can't judge you for that. I wasn't here when you did that. And I know that I feel like every month, every week, every day, we can wake up and evolve and feel like we have a different mindset, a different outlook on life. So I'm not gonna judge anybody for something that they did a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I'm not gonna judge you off of that. But I do appreciate the honesty. And if it's just something that I'm not rocking with, I'm gonna let you know. Like I don't wanna continue this, and this is why. Cause I'm very picky, so I'm at the door with it. Mm-mm.
Jeremiah, what kind of what controversial opinion do you have dealing with young women or women in general?
Mm, kind of the opposite of what she said. Female thinking they're the prize when they're not. But um, other than that, I'm gonna try to pick a different one. Uh, well, it kind of goes into the first question. I feel like a lot of females feel like they don't need a man,
Mm,
and that's false. I feel like every man need a woman, every woman need a man.
I agree.
I agree too.
So I mean, I understand like women need to be independent, but you cannot make it in life alone. Uh, if you look at any successful person in this world, they have somebody on their side. Nobody has made it alone. So I feel like a lot of people walk around saying they don't need nobody, or uh, they celebrate, they single, all that. Like, man, that shit ain't cool, bro. Uh, go find you somebody that you can build life with, that you can rock with. Um, Cause life do get lonely, and when your time up, you don't want to be the only one. You don't want a pet just to be the only one at your funeral, bro.
So a lot of these, women nowadays, you see them with dogs, cats,
That-
10 of them things.
and it's just like they be like, oh, I'm very successful. You probably are very successful, but I think women don't understand like when they growing up, in your 20s, they're just having fun, do what they want to do, chasing, career and stuff like that. Nothing's wrong with that, do what you want to do. But you have to also think like when women get older, your value just drops. So like you just getting older, then next thing you know, you 35. You're not gonna just get any man you want. It don't work like that.
It's some
Not true.
35-year-olds.
I was just about to
Not
say, why
true.
do you think our value drops as we get older? Is it like what?
the body.
I think I see what you're
He-
saying.
Yeah.
Like,
The appearance maybe.
yeah, I
That's
think
what
he,
I'm thinking about. But what
No,
if
our value
No.
gets better
Nah,
as we
great.
get older.
nigga,
You
at
get
40, I'm
better.
gonna be good.
I think I know what you're saying.
But
Like, go ahead.
why is that not the same for women?
'Cause-
Because what men care about in women, it goes down as y'all get older.
Mhm.
We care about youth, beauty.
well, yeah, looks and yeah.
Your
but
beauty,
that's
your
that's
beauty's gonna
that's the
fade.
tip. But okay, so now we're going back to what you said:
Mhm.
finding somebody who will love you, and who you can build life with. We're all going to age. The beauty is not always going to be there. It will, but it's just going to look different as you age and get older. It's the same with men.
No, oh, oh,
It can be. I'm not gonna say it's not.
I'm not gonna
It-
say,
it-
but you have to also look at the things though. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of older men that's pretty not that not that good looking, and they have a beautiful wife by their side, because they probably take care of themselves. They probably worked really hard in their young age and have some accomplishment and may have a little money to live the lifestyle they live. And like I said, women usually typical, not every woman, but in general, women look for older men
Mhm.
because they know older men can probably take care of them better than a man that they age or a little younger. And
Well, oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
Well, let's be realistic. We're all still in our 20s, mid 20s. How I look at it now is you have to actually not actually find guys, but I'll just say find guys that have that mindset and mentality on, okay, I want to settle down right now. I want to get married. I want to have a family. If that guy is not on that, then like y'all are technically wasting each other's time. Because if you plan on not marrying or being in a serious committed relationship anytime soon, it's like, but I get it. Like now I look at it,
But
by me
y'all,
being in my mid 20s, men
y'all are
will,
Russian. We're not Russian.
I'm not rushing.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes older men be rushing too. Like,
I
yeah,
will understand that.
And
part.
of course, if
Older
they're
men,
older, they're
of
more
course.
established.
What age though are you talking about? Be Russian.
I'm like, it just depends, really. But
If I don't have no kids by 30, I'm not happy.
But I take care of
I'm not.
women.
If I don't have no kids by 30, I'm not happy. I'm not finna have no kid at 40, my nigga. No,
40
sir.
is crazy. Okay, 40
You
is
gonna be
crazy.
out of there by the time
30
they
you can have some
graduate.
kids.
I can say 35.
30,
I take
30 you
I
can
take
have some
care of
kids.
kids.
women
I
that
ain't
had
with
their
my
first
kid.
baby at 40, 41.
Nah, that ain't
That's
me.
very-
Nah, that's
Well,
wrong.
But
That
let's
ain't
be
it.
That's very
realistic.
dangerous. That's very
That's
dangerous.
dangerous on the
is.
body.
It
You gotta-
is. It is.
Hey, like,
And to
you
the
40, you
kids,
ain't got no
but if
kids.
you're
40 is crazy.
But we have
Nigga
to
got one
listen.
nigga.
One nigga ain't slip up.
Yeah, bro, your shit trash.
One nigga ain't slip up.
That's what she
Oh
wants.
my God.
If you don't have no baby by 40,
Yeah,
you may need to
go
fix
to
some
doctor.
But
things.
sometimes I understand because like sometimes a woman might have a busy life. And they
Mhm.
might not
Yeah.
have a lot of time just to get it in like that.
Yeah,
But
they
what
can-
if the
or what if
man's
that's not what
sperm
they
count is
want?
low?
Yeah.
What
That
if
too.
he's not
I ain't
healthy?
gonna
front.
Sometimes
That
it's not always the woman's
That's true.
body.
You right,
That
100.
definitely can happen. That
100.
definitely
We
happen.
gotta look at it both sides of the ball.
Yeah, that definitely happen. But you
And-
gotta really think about it though. Like, I can still have kids at 50, 60 if I want to.
Yeah,
just
forever.
dropping them
Not
off.
every
Forever.
man though.
Women are still getting pregnant in their 50s.
And that's
Yeah,
very
that
dangerous.
is.
That's not like just because they're doing it doesn't make it okay.
Yeah, 50 is
But
50 is crazy.
are we
work.
looking
It's
at
even
it
crazier
from
than
30
40.
is big.
society norms? You have to have a baby in your young 20s. We're still young. Like, you don't,
I love
That's
your
when you're
brain
most
doesn't
fertile.
fully develop until you're 25. We're still in our 20s building,
Mhm.
like working towards our life goals. And I feel like once you get to your 30s is when you should start reaping the fruits of your labor.
So think about this though. Do you think you have a better chance of finding a man now or when you're 35?
Whenever God say that man
See, I didn't
is
ask you
for
that.
me.
I didn't ask you that. And I love how women say, whenever God puts that man in my life, what's crazy
Yeah.
is, God,
My husband.
Yeah.
calm
I
down,
know he
calm down. God made Adam first,
Yes.
right?
And,
And when he started working, he was like, you know what? He can't be alone. He prepared a woman for him.
From him.
So
yeah.
why would, God prepare a man for you.
But listen, since we're talking about battle of the sexes, that's where all this controversial start because Adam was the one who threw Eve under the bus when God came back into the
But she
garden.
was the
No,
one
no,
that convinced him to bite the
no,
forbidden
no, no,
fruit.
hold on.
She did.
I
However,
love
She
this
sure
topic.
but
did.
I
God
love it.
created
And she
man
was snaked by
first.
the devil.
So I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be
God
honest.
created man first.
That is true.
Mhm.
Adam walked with God
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
and named plants and animals. So think about the brain capacity that he had walking with God, full of light. That's why they call us light beings, full of light. God put his knowledge and wisdom into you, and he brought your woman.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, you are supposed to be instilling that knowledge and wisdom in her. He told her Eve wanted to be like God. And Adam was next to her when she grabbed that fruit.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't blame Eve because at the end of the day, you are the man. You are the head of your woman. You walked with God. He put the wisdom in you. So who fault is it? And then when God called him out,
So I'm gonna be really honest, and that goes back to what you started from. This is how we answer men are the prize. So God made Adam first, and then He made Eve from His rib, and then the devil went to Eve first. The devil didn't go to Adam. He went to Eve first because y'all are the weaker vessel. Plus, Adam did go to God and was like, "Hey, you put that woman in my life." Like, he blamed God, which is wrong. He should never did that.
threw
But
the woman under the bus.
right.
Mhm.
So this is the reason why God made men the head in charge because God gave Adam that knowledge so he can instill it into Eve. And brings the reason why men are the prize because honestly speaking, that whole scenario by Adam and Eve, it just shows why women don't need to be, in charge of a lot of things. But, it's a different story for a different day.
A
But
man that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtain favor from
And
the
as a
Lord.
woman,
So do you have favor for real?
yeah.
you
I'm
can't
like,
make
as a
this up.
woman, I feel like I can't speak for all women, but for me, I don't want to be in charge of everything all
I
the time.
don't.
I want to submit to my husband and let him lead and
Mhm.
take charge. But just because you feel that men are supposed to be the leaders does not mean that they're the prize.
Agree.
What do you look for in a man? What are like the attributes you look for in a man?
Of course, God fearing,
Right.
emotional intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they are also they have their what's the word I'm looking for?
Nigga, fair.
They are they're just confident in themselves.
Right.
They're powerful. Um, they're loving, nurturing too. Great communicators.
Right.
I'm
Do
sorry.
you want him to be like? Do you want him to be like? He have to be the same height as you, or like?
I'm not gonna lie. I told y'all I'm picky. So
Right.
same height.
Right. How tall are you?
I'm 5'6".
How tall you want your man to be?
I ain't gonna lie. I do like a 6 feet plus. But if
Okay.
we can consider maybe 5'10",
She want a big dog.
5'11"
Right.
ish.
Does he have to make the? Does he have to like be handsome in your eyes and
He
do
does.
what?
He has to be physically attractive,
Right.
of course, because I don't want to. I don't want to wake up like I'm thinking about the future too. Like I don't want to.
Right. So
I don't
then
want to deal with looking at that.
he
if I'm not
then he has to
attracted
make enough money. You think it's good? He don't have to make all the money, but good exceptional
Yes,
money.
but everything I'm stating, I bring too. So I reciprocate that. So if I'm not gonna look for somebody who can't like. It's not even about topping me, but I'm not gonna. I want somebody. I honestly want somebody who's higher than me. I want somebody. I don't want to say better than me, but I want somebody who can definitely like drive me as much as I drive them. So when I look at it, I don't want somebody who's like more of like an equal. I want somebody that's like I don't know how to say it because I don't want it to seem like they're better than me or higher than me.
But
But
we are better than y'all.
what?
I mean, you
I
saying you
wouldn't
want
say
somebody
I
higher
don't
than
want to
you,
say it like
but
that.
Do you think men and women are equal?
I don't. I do not. I don't.
Do you?
No.
I do think men are the head for sure, like the head of the household for sure.
I'd love to hear it.
Like she said, I want my man to lead. I don't
Yeah.
want to always have to think. Can you just
You don't want to think.
some us women don't always want
Want
to
to
think.
think.
I want to be able to trust my man to know I trust his leadership,
Right.
regardless of the circumstances, because things does change. I want to be able to trust his leadership,
Mm.
regardless. Even though I might, question sometimes, but if I know that he's a great leader, and yeah, I'm going to trust his leadership. I don't want to have to always think, baby got it. Let me do what I need to do to keep him motivated and to keep him going to lead.
So
Yeah.
that goes into my next question. What are like some common stereotypes about men and women that contribute to like misunderstanding and conflict?
Gender roles.
I can agree.
What about you? Gender roles?
Yeah. Sure.
I definitely think not all women, but some women like to be equal with a man, and I don't think the world is the world wasn't meant to be like that. I think definitely men need to lead and men need to make sure they provide and protect. Women do need to be the nurturers in life, but conflict comes in between. Women. They start getting jobs and stuff like that, and start doing well for themselves, which is all okay. But when women start getting some good money and stuff like that, they believe just because they're getting the same money and they doing well for themselves that men care about that. Because I'm pretty sure if you're not attractive, like bottom of the barrel, you can make all the money in the world. Dude, they not going for it. Like if you just look bad, they not like it don't matter. But I know for women,
I,
a
I was
man
gonna
needs to.
say that for women, I feel like it's different because for me, you can have as much money as you need, but if I'm not attracted to you, I don't want that. There's a lot of women out here who's gonna feel like they're gonna put on a facade like that's what they cool with because they reaping the benefits.
It's definitely I'll definitely say. But what would y'all say is like some gender conflicts we have like addressed to heal relationships between men and women?
I would say the trend of toxic masculinity. Like I don't believe that's a such thing as toxic masculinity because I guess women go through relationships and they kind of go through things and they kind of just label it as like toxic masculinity. As a man, doing bad things, doing hurtful things. But we could just why don't we just not label it somebody doing a bad thing? You know what I'm saying? They kind of just put it like they label it next to being masculine. A man doing a bad thing or hurting a female. Oh,
It's toxic
it's
masculinity.
masculine. Oh, that's
Yeah.
just a toxic masculine nature when it's just a man doing
You're
wrong.
bad.
Yeah.
So
That's
like
crazy.
I just don't believe in that term.
Me either. I agree.
Do y'all think there's like toxic masculinity out there?
Yes.
I do think it's out there, but I agree that it shouldn't just be thrown out there so much because people are just not good people. But then I also feel like if you're a person who has not really been around, like when you're looking at it from the aspect of two people, like I can't expect you to give me something that you've never had before. So if you haven't really experienced like real, like true love, and not just from a relationship, but it could be the dynamic of your family or like your experiences, your childhood, how you were brought up. If you have never been like just around people who just nurture you, like just for example, like open communication. In my household, we had open communication. Like there was some times where like they'll try to brush stuff under the rug, but I'm a very communicative person. I like to know what's going on because I want to know the why behind things. Like when I would get in trouble as a kid, sometimes my mom would not ask me why. She would just go to your room, you grounded. And I'm like, well, let me explain why I did what I did so you can get a better understanding of what happened. So I feel like if people just go at things with a better mindset of like just thinking about how people are, then you kind of would start to realize that this person, I'm not compatible with this person. So just walk away. Like
So why do women never walk away?
I do, but why do other people?
Because
Because they might be comfortable.
and
Like
then sometimes people invest too much time. So then that's another reason why they don't want to walk away and start over.
You think that's
I was
smart?
about to say, they want to
No.
start over.
But my common stereotypes is the cooking and the cleaning that they put on us women.
You
Yeah.
gonna cook?
Yeah, you
Oh, for sure, for sure. We're gonna cook, but y'all need
You
to
gonna
cook
cook
too.
and you
Yeah,
gonna
like
clean.
Yeah, I
you
wanna-
can
I wanna-
cook some
That smile went away. Why?
No. That's cool though. That's cool. You want me, you want me to take on some domestic
From time
roles?
to
That's
time,
fine. Are you
yeah.
gonna take some masculine roles? I want
Oh,
the bill.
for sure.
I want the bill paid.
Okay.
Can you cut the grass too?
Okay,
Oh,
well, make
yes,
room.
I can
make
cut- I
room
can cut
for
hair
That's
too
you.
if you
cap.
trust
so
me.
That's
cap.
cap.
That's so
That's
cap.
cap.
What?
You need to build
Make-
that shed. I need that done.
Yeah, I need
Make
to
room for me. If you want me to cook and clean and have sex with you whenever you want to, make room for me in my life to where I can provide that for you. If not,
You should come with that though, because men already got to come with being a provider and protector.
So
Why
do I
gotta-
have to work?
Huh?
Do I have to work?
Even if you're working or you're not working, I think women should automatically still be able to cook and clean. Because at the end of the day, I'm working. My roles don't ever change. I've still got to be able to protect you. I still got to be able to fix the door when it get messed up. I still got to be able to fix the toilet. Just because you're working doesn't mean your role's going to change.
But a balance. If we're both working, even if the woman is not working, you still need to have a balance in a relationship. The cooking and the cleaning is not going to always be on me. What if I'm sick? What if I'm tired? What if some days I just don't feel like it?
And that's totally fine. So,
Are you going to cook and clean?
okay, so what if a robber come in and I don't feel like getting up?
This man.
Okay then.
Yeah, we sick.
I'm
I'm
sick. I don't
sick.
feel like
Hey,
getting
I
up.
carry over here, so I
Same.
don't
So-
look at me like that. But like,
Robert come
so
in the house.
I can definitely handle us, but why I gotta do that?
I'm sick.
Why I got to cook?
I'm sick.
Because it needs to. Okay, for me, let's put it in a typical day. We both work. We both go to work. So let's put some kids in this too. We both go to work. We come home. As my role, I done probably already picked the kids up from school. I'm already at home. I'm preparing dinner. I'm doing homework with the
Because
kids.
that's what women do.
Yes, that is what women do. But at the same time, I just want the comfort to know that whenever I'm having a day or I just need a break from something, I can come home and you got dinner for us tonight.
That's
I
totally
agree.
fine.
It's time,
That's totally fine.
but it doesn't
Like,
have to be all on me.
I agree.
I understand that. I'm not saying like you can't have a day. You can't, hey, I'm not feeling good today and stuff like that. That makes total sense. However, though, about 87, 90% of the time, you got to take care of that. Because
I feel
100% of the time, I need to protect you. Somebody slap the shit out you, I got to be able to protect you. I got to be able to stand up for you. Because you can't just physically, women are not physically impaired to a man.
Well, I can't really work a 9 to 5. If you want me to take care of the kids, have sex with you, cook, clean,
Why
help
is
the
the
kids
sex
with
is like
homework, because men need that, and that's
Yeah,
one of the
of
main
course.
requirements. So if you're talking as if you want a traditional woman. So
You
if
want
you
a
want a
traditional man.
traditional, I do. So if you want me to be a traditional woman,
Mhm.
make room in my life so
Okay.
that I can show up for you 100% in areas that you need me to.
Fascinating. Are you a traditional woman though? You can't want a traditional man. You're not a traditional woman.
I feel
Okay,
I
well
feel
then
like-
what is a typical traditional woman?
Can we hear all three of y'all traditional?
Yes.
What are traditional
Jeremiah, you go
women to
first.
y'all?
Go ahead.
I mean, I don't really get too deep into like the traditional, cause I was raised kind of different. My dad did most of the cooking, so me personally, I cook. Like I want to learn to cook so good. Like I make
You
a
are not
no.
a cook.
I say I want to learn. What you talking about?
Oh,
I say,
no.
come on. So I don't mind cooking. Like I want to learn how to cook. So that's like a key to a woman's heart as well. Like, damn, this nigga know how to cook.
Yes.
What?
Mhm.
Feed me.
But
Feed me.
so I mean I don't traditional is just I feel like all that shit go out the window when you're in a relationship, bro. Y'all there for each other, bro. You not no fucking kid. Like, oh, you gotta get the trash, or no, bro. We just in there for each other. Of course, I'm gonna do the manly shit. But other than that, I mean, I got you, you got me. If you having a bad day, you need me to clean up the house. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna clean anyway, cause I'm not no filthy nigga. So I'm gonna clean the house anyway.
For a fact.
I'm gonna cook anyway, cause I get hungry too. What if she at work? I'm gonna cook
Oh
up
no, I'm gonna
myself.
make me something to eat.
Or
Oh, yeah.
sometimes, like she said, she having a bad day. I want her to feel special when she get off. It go hand in hand,
That's
bro.
for
It's
sure,
not.
though,
It's
but
not
you-
like. It's
But you
not
gotta
like.
think though, bro. Like, why is it you see when you mention? Of course, I'm gonna do the manly stuff.
Yeah.
Why is that always? Men always have to. Anytime anything manly, they have to do it. That's fine.
That's
We're
how
not
we
worried
built.
about that. Exactly. But why, when it's time to do the woman stuff, they don't want to do it.
Who said they don't?
Oh,
They gonna
yeah,
do
I
this
was
shit.
about
Who
to say,
said
who
that?
said we don't want to do it? I'm doing the hell out of it. So that's why I
I'm
need
just
a
saying
little-
though, but it's always like it's always like, of course, man gotta do this, man gotta do this. But when you ever try to talk to a woman and be like, hey, this is a man's job. Okay, this is a woman's job. Like, why is there so much controversy when you say, hey, this is a woman's job? Or they feeling like they slaves, or they feeling like
I
they.
feel like if people didn't look at it as the aspect of like tit for tat or like this what you do, this what I do, and it's more so of like um a mutual partnership, then I shouldn't even have to tell you I'm having a bad day. Like you should already be able to read that. And
Okay,
I'm not
we're
saying you
not
should
mind
read my
readers now.
mind.
We're
I'm not
not
saying
mind
that.
readers.
I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying from
common
time to time,
stereotype.
if I'm going ham, I'm cooking all day. I mean, not all day, but almost every day, every other day, because you have some people that don't even like leftovers. So you cooking
I
multiple
ain't
times a
tripping on the
week.
leftovers.
And I'm cooking like if you work
Don't do
early,
too
I'll
much
get up
now.
early just to make you breakfast. Just to double back. Now you got dinner. So if I'm doing all of this, like you should want to take some weight off of my plate some days and be like, okay, it's okay, babe, I'll cook today, or I just come home and it's dinner ready. Because I'm gonna do the same for you. Like if I know you had a bad day or I know it's been a lot going on, don't even worry about that. Oh, here's some money to go do this. I'll pay for this. I'll pay for that. Because I'm like that. So I'm not gonna be like you gonna pay all the bills. You're gonna do this. I'm gonna do that, and I'm still gonna expect stuff out of you. I'm not gonna be expecting that stuff out of you. Um, I'm more so gonna like, I want you to kind of, I'm trying to see how to put it, because I don't want you to do as much as I'm doing. Just take the pressure off of me sometimes. If you can agree to that, then it's cool. But if I know I'm signing up and I gotta be the person to provide your every meal, and I gotta take care of you, and I gotta take care of the kids, and I gotta still take care of myself, that's not gonna work.
See, that's why I think like the traditional value of the relationship. I mean, that's dying out, bro. Because like you're not gonna find too many women that just want to stay at home, have your babies, cook and clean. You know what I'm saying?
Is there something wrong with that?
Yes.
I don't think,
What you mean?
not
I'm not
necessarily. Me
Get out the
personally,
house.
Some women don't even want kids.
Oh no,
Mo-
that's
Oh, that's
that's
it.
starting, that's starting to
We're
become
not
more
even-
some men
common. I swear
don't
to
want
God.
kids
that's
either.
that's bad.
Most. I ain't gonna lie to you. Statistically speaking, most men want kids for sure.
Yeah, and I was gonna say there's some women out here that look forward to being stay-at-home moms. Like they really look
Nah,
forward
we
to
ain't doing
But that number
not
is becoming
wanting to
scarce, though.
work. Like, but
Very
I'm
scarce.
like emphasizing like not wanting to work, wanting their man to pay all their bills,
Nah.
and they just be at home, cook, clean, all of that. See, me, if I ever say I'm gonna be a stay-at-home mom, it's because I got passive income coming in.
Yeah.
We're building a foundation. So we gonna retire each other. Like I'm trying to retire you too, babe. Like let's be able to travel the world. Let's homeschool the kids. Like let's do what we gotta do. I'm not finna just be staying at home and I'm dependent on you to bring in all the money.
Everybody not finna
Can't
be
agree
having
with
this
that.
passive income. I'll be real with you. Everybody just not having.
But I
It's
would
They
not.
aren't.
It's not life.
They aren't. But I just don't agree with that type of lifestyle. Like I
Ain't
don't
nothing
know.
wrong with. Ain't nothing wrong with women wanting to work. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with women wanting to stay home. However, though, I think men are still to this day have never ever changed from the requirements they've been meant to do as far as for the family.
Hmm.
But as the time goes on, women are going away from the requirements that women should be doing.
I see what you're saying.
But you
So
know,
why is that? That's what I'm.
okay, I was doing some research today.
Mm-hmm.
50 years ago, women couldn't even get
Jobs, yeah.
jobs, or 50 years ago, they couldn't even get a credit card or get a bank account without having a man. So now it's different because back then, as women, we had to have a man to survive. And that's why they say most women didn't walk away when a man was cheating on them, beating them,
Because they didn't have
having outside families, because you had to have a man to survive. Now it's different. So now you have to bring more to the table, like goes back to a valuable woman. When you come into her, okay, if she already have certain things established, what else are you going to bring besides your resources? We do love resources. I'm not saying that. However, what else are you bringing besides that?
I mean, what else do you want a man to bring?
Being a provider, being
Yes.
a
That's
protector.
That comes with resources.
Yes, but I think he's
But
saying,
not just the materialistic things when it comes to money. Materialistic things is we need more now.
What do you need?
Okay, I
more
feel
than
like I
materialistic
feel like
Hold on, hold on. That's the question.
What do you need?
What more do you need?
Like the first two things I said, having a man that's a provider, a
That's resources.
protector.
It's resources. I can find somebody to fix
Well,
that hole in the wall
a protect
if I can't do it.
being a protector. Most women, we want to be protected. Most of us don't feel protected.
They got guns.
You funny.
And just a beautiful companionship. It's going to be more than just materialistic things when coming to a woman that already have certain things.
I'm definitely not saying that women. I mean, men. Definitely men need to need to have resources. That's the number one thing women look for. Women definitely look for in a marriage. They look for security. So if a man don't have no resources, you're not going for him. But men, we don't look for that, and we don't look for what y'all doing, what y'all got as far as like your job and stuff like that. Of course, we don't want no broke woman. We don't want no broke woman.
That's dead. You gonna have to pay your car note.
But that's why it's a balance.
Like, like you can at least do that, dog. Like you can at least pay your car note. I understand you want to pay the bills, but you came in this relationship with a car, right?
But that's
You
the,
gonna continue to make that payment. You gonna continue to make that
but
payment.
that's the balance
That's
between
just the least.
feminine and masculine energy. Like you said, y'all don't look at that. Y'all looking at how can this woman provide the lifestyle that I need, or does she fit in my lifestyle that I'm going towards or aiming for?
But you like I was saying, like you said, like 50 years ago, marriage was like at a higher rate than it is now.
Mm-hmm.
Why is like why do you think like women? I mean, men are not wanting to marry or women are not getting married? Like, what do you think? Like, what's the reason for that?
I think politics plays a role, and then just it's so much trauma in the black community when it comes to
For a fact,
the family dynamic,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what we need to heal first in order to heal this. Like we have to get back to the root of it, which is our God and the family.
but what has changed that made them? What has changed that made the dynamic change?
I feel like it's really a battle between like now, like he said earlier about women becoming like more independent and feeling like they don't need a man. I feel like some women are associating independence with like I need to I need to be by myself. Like I don't need to depend on a man for anything. And I don't feel like it doesn't always have to be monetary, but I feel like some women are missing the point. It's not that you need me for my money, but you need a man for like what they can bring to you as well. Like just the dynamic of just having an emotional connection, like being at the same place mentally, like sharing the same like mindset and things like that. I feel like you got a lot of people that like, and then because you have women that feel like they don't need a man, you got men that feel like, okay, well, um, what are y'all doing? Y'all, some of y'all don't want to work. Y'all want to just be at home. Y'all want me to spend all my money. What else are you bringing to the table? So I feel like it's just a bunch of like,
If a nigga asking for like you to do that, he playing you for sure.
And feminism, I play feminism. Feminism played a big part in the family homes. I wrote a paper about that in college. And
You
most
you
those
a
white
feminist?
women, no, those white women are the ones who really feminists. And that really broke up the household for the black family and also government assistance.
Mm.
Because how we need our black man. If
Y'all
we
don't want
coming
us
from
though.
slavery, we do want
No,
y'all.
y'all don't.
let's talk
Yes,
about
we
y'all not wanting
do.
us.
Yes,
Let's talk
oh
about
yes,
that.
y'all don't want
Definitely
us.
do.
Yeah, because you see more black men going for, yeah.
Black men dated more outside their
Yes,
race when it's
yes.
a lot of black women.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what's crazy? Though?
I'm about to get Dr. Umar.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that though, because you saying it's white women who brought that, feminists and everything like that. But the ratio for white women getting married and white women still getting married
It's
though.
high.
But
Yeah.
because you have to understand their family dynamic, they were raised, and I'm not saying nothing's wrong with that.
Mhm.
Most of the time, their mothers teach them how to vet men and how to get the men with the resources. Like how we see
So whose
all
fault
the.
is it?
It's no one's fault. What I'm
It
saying
had to be
is
someone's fault. Something had to change. Somebody had to be at the
You know, this
bottom.
is orchestrated by
the
the white man.
family.
Of course. However, though, we still have to look at ourselves as a people, though. More of this time that women do not. All these women that say they don't want a man. All these women that saying this and being single. I'm gonna be honest with you. Women, I mean, kids that grow up in a single household with a single mother, they turn out bad statistically. But kids that turn up with a single parent household with a father, it turned out way better. Like it's a 2-parent household.
It goes back to the family. You
But
need your father and your mother.
right, but if it doesn't turn out, if kids still turn out like the same as with a 2-parent household with a father, but they turn out different with a single woman as a mother. Somebody has to. There's a common denominator.
I think that just goes into structure. You know, men. You know, I would say they have more structure, more rules. I mean,
Because that's what men are supposed to provide. Men are supposed to provide.
I mean,
order,
women have
discipline, and
rules
structure.
too. You know
But
what I'm saying?
women don't provide. Women don't have that sense of like
You don't have testosterone.
they don't provide that what men's supposed to provide. Men are supposed to provide that order, that discipline, and structure. Women are supposed to be the nurturers of it. That's why it all works, bringing them together. But when you don't have the structure and discipline in a household, it just throws off everything. That's why kids are doing what they're doing. That's why everybody want to be like young boy.
Well, that's just on the people that's just on the kids, bro. They just don't.
But you got to think though, kids still need guidance. You can't just blame it on the kids though. They don't have the
I
guidance.
feel like when you get to a certain age, bro, you make your own decisions, bro.
That is true, but
You can't blame your parents for being
after
dumbass
18.
nigga.
After 18, but I'm just saying though, you can't. You still got to look at some kid growing up with a father and teaching him right things, discipline, and stuff like that, than a kid that didn't have
But
it.
it's also a lot of kids that didn't have a father and they're well off.
But that's the exceptions don't make the rule though.
I'm just saying it's on the person.
It after they get a certain age, but you can't tell me somebody that grows up with a father.
I mean, yeah, it helps, but I'm just
it's
saying
gonna
at the end of
help
the day,
they turn out better.
at the end of the day, you lay in a casket by yourself.
That is true though, but it's a reason why God is telling us women and fathers teach your kids the right way.
I understand that,
So
but
we need that. You can't just say.
I'm not saying we don't need that. I'm just saying at the end of the day, the point of your life, you have to make your own decisions. Okay, your daddy wasn't there, so what?
At what age though? Like
I don't know.
at 18 for sure. Like now you
Get common sense way before 18.
That is true. That is true. Like,
But your brain don't fully develop till you about 25.
I understand that, but you know right from wrong when you get at least.
Yeah. But it just goes back to the family dynamic. Most like other cultures, they moms teach them how to vet a man and to get the resources and
so if we're having less of that, are the black women not teaching our kids that? Are teaching the young women that? I
I'm
don't
not
think they
saying
are.
that they're not. However,
Let's be realistic though. I don't
okay, I
think
can
they
speak
are.
for my household. No, my mom didn't. But that's what I'm saying. We have to heal the family. But I don't believe that black women don't want y'all and black women don't want to be married. We tired. We are tired.
Right.
We need our black man. We really do. We need each other, to be honest, in order to rise up as a people and to heal.
So why is then every time you hear, oh, I don't need a man and stuff like that, it's more of the black women. Not saying y'all, I'm just saying in general. It's more black women say they don't need a man, they don't need this, they don't need
Because
that.
it could be stemmed from them being so used to being in the dynamic of a single mother household and them seeing that their mother did it without a man, so they're feeling like I don't need a man. Or like it could even also be them thriving in their career. They could also be just feeling just starting to acquire more just the belief that they don't need a man. Like,
Also
I'm trying to see
trauma.
what else can make them feel.
And
That nigga cheated.
politics. I feel
Yeah.
like I believe that they put us against each other.
They definitely did.
Politics in this world make the black man hate the black woman and the black woman hate the black man, and we see it all day every day scrolling on social media.
Facts.
And it's like, what we hate each other for? Like, we need
But
each
whose
other.
fault is that though? It's our fault.
It's really ours.
It
I was
is our
gonna
fault.
say that because it's even like, and I hate to bring the colorism thing in there, but it's even like when they tried to put us against each other, like, oh, light skins, dark skins, this, that. So it's really
Yeah,
The Willie Lynch syndrome.
I mean, but the white man knew how to attack the black family. First, he removed the father from the household, and then
Prison.
they put that weight on the mother. And then without, like you said, the discipline, the structure, I mean, the kids, kind of just lingered out and they became a product of their environment, when the 80s, all the crack pandemic and all that stuff came around. So, I mean, that's kind of what broke up the black family.
But would you think do you think you have more opportunity as a black man now than 60 years ago?
of course.
Of course, absolutely.
for
That's
sure.
just,
So when are we gonna stop blaming the white man?
Who's blaming the white man?
I'm just saying.
I feel
We
like
can't talk
I feel
about
like
the white
blame
man no
isn't
more.
there.
You can't
It's
talk
just-
about the white man no more.
Yeah.
It's not them.
I mean, but
Oh,
I
goes
just feel
back
like,
to
I
the
mean,
family.
some communities are just so lost. I mean, when you've oppressed a community for so long, I mean, they don't even know where to look. Like,
Yeah.
be honest, like
But,
we
bro,
go in the slums,
like he
they
said,
don't even know
though,
where to
like
look.
he said though, we all down in the castle by ourselves.
hmm
So like at some point when we're gonna be like, hey, what we doing is wrong, and we come together.
How do they know? I mean, they
'Cause
know
when-
what right from wrong, but like some people have to do what they have to do because of their circumstances. Like
There you go.
if you can't feed your kids, and it's a store right there, there's some food right there, you go take it real quick. What you gonna do? You just gonna walk away?
Well, you got to think of why you can't go get a job though.
I mean, it's fast. It's right there. Your kids need to eat now.
That's
We need
why-
that now.
I mean, you don't have a relationship with God if you trying to get some shit fast.
I
Yeah,
mean,
like,
but I'm
that's
just
what
saying.
like
I mean, but sometimes you gotta. I mean, that's how they think though.
that don't still make it right.
God has the white man has removed God from the black family home because when back in the day in slavery, slaves were definitely together because they was with God.
So why we had more unity and more families together and marriages back then, but we don't have it now. We got way more
Because
resources.
we were
Because
powerful.
God has been taken away.
True.
God has been
we
taken
were
away.
powerful back then.
But
and
okay,
it's
even if you
fine.
take out what did they really take away? Like what did they really take away personally?
The structure of the household.
The black man.
I mean, of course. Well, yeah, they took the black man. They started with him,
Mm-hmm.
and then they went to the mother, and then that kind of just, when you take away the parents, the kids, they ain't got nobody to learn from.
But
So
we also have to look at what we're doing though. Like we're
Right.
kids. I mean, women having kids, not in marriages. They're basically being what's it called? Having kids out of wedlock.
Mm.
Kids are not graduating.
Mm-hmm.
You got kids doing drugs and stuff like that, but you don't see this in other communities. Other communities.
You kind of do, bro.
There you go.
kind of
just
do.
more-
I mean,
it
they
just-
they
I just feel
magnetize
like-
everything
Yeah,
that
they
black people do.
we
Yeah,
get
they do.
spotlighted more.
Bro,
Yeah.
for a fact,
We get
if you don't,
spotlighted more,
if
bro.
if you do not have a kid, do not have a kid in high school and graduate high school, you will not end up poor.
I wouldn't say that.
Statistically.
I wouldn't say that.
Statistically, people that do not have a kid in high school
Mhm.
and graduate high school,
Mhm.
you will not be at the low income.
I mean,
I'm not saying you're not gonna have struggles and trials,
I mean,
but if you
can
pass,
say that, but you can also say,
but that don't
Okay.
make the rule though. It's not. I'm not saying things don't happen in life, but you
Mhm.
can't just say, there's people that do that. Yeah, of course, there's people. I'm not saying like it's 100%, but it's like you can't say 5 people that have that. That 5 people don't make up the rule of the society.
Of course, because that kind of I mean, having a kid, that puts a burden on you to provide. You got a whole life to be responsible for, so that's kind of evident. You know what I'm saying?
I guess
You add struggles to people, not even having kids.
I just
You-
feel like we've been blaming the white people. For
I
too
was
long.
just about to say, I feel like you're
Yeah.
trying to say, why are we blaming the people? Like, let's take the blame off of other people and put the accountability on ourselves.
for a fact.
Because
not
I can
looking at
agree.
I mean,
can
that's just
agree.
where it started. I'm just saying that's where it
I
started.
do
gonna always
feel
be-
like
it's
It's
gonna
always
be
be
like
there.
that.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Like, it's gone, bro.
I
It's gone.
believe for our people and our community to rise up, we have to go back to our God. We are so
Facts.
far from
For a fact.
our God, our language. And the Bible, we are the Israelites.
The chosen.
The chosen ones, the Hebrews. So we have to go back to our God and go back to what his word says and fix the family dynamic, heal the house, heal the home. And we can go from there. That's my beliefs. We have to get back to our God.
I don't necessarily believe that, I'll definitely say that God sent Jesus down here for a reason, to save anybody. Anybody can be saved if they want it. I understand, black people, we went through what we went through. However, though, that don't, take away from anybody else that's not black. However, though, we gotta, I would definitely say, as a culture, you see people, they get some money, where they go? They leaving. They're not bringing the resources back.
Mm-hmm.
I see definitely as in my 26 years, I seen a lot of. I had more white people help me in my life than black people. I can definitely not say I had especially in the workplace.
But are those black people in position to
Yes.
help you?
Yes, we don't want to help our own people. We always think somebody hating on us.
for
But
sure.
what
Grab
Connor
them
and Brian
girl.
gonna do?
Yes,
Once
I
they
was
get it
gonna
right,
say that.
Brian Connor gonna put Brian on fast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We don't do that. We don't do that for our people. Why
Or
not?
it's
I
like
mean,
always
that's-
some
that
sort of
just goes
we
back
always
to
in
the-
competition
Yeah.
with each other.
For what?
Yes.
I gotta be better than you.
Yeah.
The Willie
It's
Lynch
like, let's just
syndrome.
work.
They put
Oh, you
us
got a
against
Lambo?
each other.
You got a
You
Lambo?
catch
I
what I'm
gotta
saying?
get
though,
some
'cause like can you think for yourself right now?
Yes.
Okay, so that's dead.
Who you talking about?
what she saying, the little willingness, like I
I'm
understand they
not
started.
saying that it's the white man's fault.
You saying that is
He does play a major role
no,
in
they
it,
don't.
Yes,
No,
they
they
but
do.
don't. No, they
I'm
don't.
going back to
No, they
us,
don't,
going
bro.
back to our God.
I'm gonna just
No, they
say an
don't. No, they
example.
don't.
I'm just say example. So you got a father, right, who doesn't know how to speak. How is he gonna teach his son how to speak?
Why does his father not know how to speak?
Because the white man, as a slave, he didn't teach him.
Yeah.
Let's say read. Let's say read. I'm not gonna teach you, white man. I'm not teaching you how to read.
So I
So
work.
how is he gonna teach his son
So I
how to
work
read?
with a lot of people that are not from here, also from like Middle Eastern countries and stuff like that. And they mother can't. We know what they do. They still put them in school and send them up here.
But they're not enslaved. They weren't enslaved.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about those people over there. They weren't enslaved. They wasn't taken from their country and brought over here like we were, and took in all the resources. So when a white man tell you, I mean, you got a white man, no, he's your slave owner. I'm not gonna teach him how to read, and you have kid, he have kids. How is he gonna be able to teach his son how to read?
That was how many years ago?
I'm just saying. That's what started it,
But
dog.
you can't keep going. We keep
Yeah, you
going
can't
back
go
to
on
that.
that,
We
bro.
can't, bro.
No, I'm just saying that's how it started.
It
I
doesn't
mean,
matter how it starts, how you finish. We got it's.
That's
I can
true.
read
It
it.
is
So
how
like
you
your kid
finish.
can't read. Bring them to me.
no, I'm just saying that's just like an analogy. You know what I'm saying? So how are they gonna? I mean, the black community. How are we gonna teach our children if they don't even know? If they don't know what to
We
look.
know now.
But
We've been knowing
it's some
for
black
100
it's
years. We know
somebody
now.
Now
that do
some
know
pe-
how. That's
Yeah, it's
that,
I mean,
that
and that
can relate
goes to
us.
play into the community. People don't want to help
Help.
each other. That's
But
really the real
that's
issue.
the
Nobody
thing
wants to
that
help
you
each
got to
other.
get out of, because we have to figure out how to tap more into unity instead of just
We're not doing it.
yeah
But like we got y'all,
competing
I
people
and
don't
be
think
being
that's
worried.
gonna
apart.
happen either.
People worried about the white man been killing like, these white cops been killing black kids. Not saying it don't happen. It does happen, but that's a small percentage more than niggas killing niggas.
Yeah.
For
True.
sure.
Yes.
Niggas dying every day from another
Somebody
nigga.
got killed.
Yes.
I mean, that's every race though. A white man kill a white man more than they kill a black
other
man.
races. I'm telling you, other races, Middle Eastern, Asian, whatever. They looking at us like, oh, we ain't gotta do nothing. Y'all doing it to yourselves for a fact.
But an Asian man to kill an Asian man, they kill Asian men more than they kill anybody else.
Bro, you
We
gotta.
have to
We're
get
killing
back
each
to
other.
our
We're killing
God.
we killing
Now
ourselves, bro.
come
Yeah,
on now.
it's
I
killing
get what
us.
y'all saying, but like
hey, bro, we had a war with each other.
With each
facts.
other,
That's
bro.
that's for sure. I'm not negating
But
that or
it's,
nothing.
it's crazy though, cause it may be wild. Charles White said it, but still though, like a black nigga he'll easily go kill another black nigga, but he'd be scared as fuck to kill a white dude.
That's facts.
So like, what are we doing? That's what I'm saying. Like we can't keep always to like we've been rambling a little lot, but it's good though the conversation we're having. But like to end this off, I was saying like and everybody can speak on. We have to stop like going against each other. Everybody need to get on the right page. We need to start making sure our kids can read, making sure our kids can do certain things.
I just feel like social media.
It play a
is
big
always
part.
gonna be
Also,
there.
just put
That's killing the
put
youth.
the
Yeah.
icing on the
That's
cake.
killing
And the
the youth.
music, it's
Yes.
Yeah, it's
that
killing
music that they putting out. Those are evil spells.
it. Yeah.
Yes.
And curses that is being spoken over those records and those
Okay.
kids
And then
listening to it, and the sexy reds, the
Yes.
young boys.
Your daughter 5 years old listening to Sexy Red.
That's
Yes.
ridiculous.
Yeah, we Miss
Yes.
Rachel.
I'm breaking the radio.
We Miss
All
Rachel.
these dances and-
That's
We
crazy.
going Miss Rachel all the way to you.
I feel like it also goes back to just the fact that it takes a village. Like
Facts.
as all of us being African Americans, we should definitely feel that when we see one child doing wrong, we should still be instilling greatness into that child. If you, it's kind of like, cause I'm a teacher, so it's kind of like if I see a kid from another class cutting up in my hallway, I'm not gonna worry about that. That's her student. I'm not gonna worry about that. But no, because I'm supposed to look at it as all these students in the school are my students. So I'm gonna instill the same greatness into my students personally, like in my homeroom class, that I would for another teacher's students. So I feel like if we move in that dynamic and we instill greatness into all of the people that are around us, it wouldn't be more so of a competing type of thing, or just because I don't know how to do this. Like you were saying, if they didn't teach me how to read and I don't know how to read, I know my cousin might know how to read, I know my sister might know how to read, or I know somebody else that's still within my race and ethnicity, they might know how to read. So we got to use resources within each other, and it doesn't have to be some type of like competition, or I want to be better than them, or what I'm trying to say.
Like to end this podcast for today, we I think we all can agree on like we need to make sure black people are helping out black people. We
Yes.
need to have the unity. We need to
Factual.
bring purpose. We need to make sure men are teaching the young man on how to be a man, and women are teaching the young women on how to be a good woman. And we got to make sure we're passing the dollars that we spend within each other. We need to make like
Keeping
think
it
they
in
say-
our community.
yes, basically. So basically, I think it's like a rule that like my dollar has to pass through 5 other black people before it goes outside our race. That's how we make sure we keep the money into us, and that's how we make sure we keep our people together. But we definitely this is a good. I love this. This is a good episode for sure. We definitely appreciate y'all for coming on today.
Thank you for
Um,
having me.
if y'all want to like what is it like shout out anything y'all have going on for sure, we like to support. For sure, for sure. But
Nothing at this moment.
do you have anything you need to say or like
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just keep the unity, dog. We got to be together.
for sure?
And
Practice
get back to our
togetherness.
God.
And holding
Jeremiah?
ourselves accountable. For
But
sure.
we definitely appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, follow us on the ground, follow us personally if y'all want to. You can also follow these young ladies on the on their gram or Instagram on their social media. You'll see at the bottom of this video. But like I said, make sure y'all like, subscribe, follow us at Men and Melanin. You can find us at MENNMELANIN. And we appreciate y'all, and we out.